day everyone, it's Calxiyn here, and if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe for more Miraculous Ladybug content. Happy Miraculous Monday, everyone. We are going to be looking at Marinette, Alya, Adrian, and Chloe's Instagram pages, and we have some very special stuff today in their Instagram stories. Alya did a character tier bracket, so you guys decided who is your favorite Miraculous Ladybug character, and I will be showing you guys that. But first, let's go over the other more regular posts. Alright, so this post is from Marinette, and it's hard to read the cursive, but I think that she says, "Circle skirts are my favorite afternoon sewing project. Highly recommend if you're trying to start making your own clothes. Anyone else working on learning a new skill?" And then she put a heart, and you guys can kind of see that there are some YouTube videos with how to sort of DIY a circular skirt, and then you can see that she has cookies, scrunchies, Bon Appetit, which I'm not entirely sure, like maybe that's like a YouTube channel or something, draw off, and then she has Adrian Agress catwalk in her YouTube search history and all that stuff, and then the circle skirt tutorial. So obviously that was put there by the social media person as sort of, I don't know, like, you know, placed in there and all of that stuff, and so I think that that's really funny that they did that, and that they had like all of these different YouTube search terms, and Marinette posted that on her Instagram. So I thought that one was really clever, just because you like look at all these different things and it's like, like, Marinette, do you realize that you just put like Adrian's in your search history, sis? Anyway, here was the next one. So this was fun. It was a drawing yourself game, and so Marinette obviously drew herself like this, like with a little peace sign, I think, or that could be tiki, I guess. I'm not really sure. But she tags Alya, so you guys can see that. And this isn't included in the draw off thing, but this was her next post, so it popped up, and you guys can see that she's sort of imagining like what this dress would look like. She wants to put some frills here. She wants to put some little dots there. I thought that that was a really fun sort of post, or I guess flowers, tiny flowers, but the dots are supposed to give us an idea of what that would look like. Now we're going to Alya's page, and so she drew herself as well, and I just think that these are so cute and so funny, just like how they're drawing themselves, and you guys, when you guys see Chloe's, like, oh man, it's so good. Adrian's is like beautiful. Like, Adrian has a really good picture, and I like how like they did it all differently. Like, Alya has, you know, I don't know, like Adrian has a very well drawn sort of sketch. Like, Marinette's is really cute but simple, whereas Adrian colored in his eyes. Like, all of them are sort of, you know, different. Does that make sense? And then he tags Chloe, and we'll get to Chloe's I guess, just because I'm gonna skip forward with that. And this is Chloe's drawing, which is, you know, beautiful in its own right, but what I thought was really funny was that she crossed out Marinette and Alya, put a heart around Adrian, and then like drew herself. I thought that that was funny. But yeah, so Chloe's drawing obviously was made with some very like marker things in Instagram, if that makes sense. Like, if you guys have ever like edited a photo on an iPhone and like you can do, I think it's like markup or something, you can use like a highlighter tool. That's what it looks like Chloe used. I don't know, it just captures her personality so well. Like, she really went like, I don't know, with really hard lines there, so I thought that was funny. Now here's another interesting one from Adrian, is that he posted this, and this is a real Twitch channel, but it doesn't have a profile picture, clearly. I followed the Twitch channel. I doubt that there will be anything like actually on there, but I did follow it, and you know, what an awesome stream. Thanks to Nino for sharing Max's new game beta with us, and so Nino was streaming, but there are no videos, there are no saved streams. It's interesting because, again, Nino doesn't have an Instagram, so it's, you know, sort of funny that Nino sort of exists elsewhere, if that makes sense, like on Twitch and on like Spotify, I guess, and like all these other sort of places, you know. Like, he doesn't actually have a Spotify account, but I feel like Alya, you know, talked about that, or like check out his SoundCloud or something. Like, I feel like that was a joke before. So yeah, I really like the Twitch stuff. It would be cool if they could actually do something with that. Like, I doubt it, but it would be cool if they could use this in the future, or at least give it a profile picture. Poor Nino, man. So that is basically it. We are now going to move to Alya's character bracket. Alright everyone, so in order to show you guys the percentages, for some reason I had to do like a video within a video instead, just because on the browser it wasn't showing the percents, but on my phone it did, so that is what is happening here. So I'm gonna sort of pause and play the video to sort of emulate the feeling of flipping through an Instagram story, so that's kind of funny. But as you guys can see, this is a tier bracket that Alya made for the best superhero in all of Paris, and so you guys voted for this. This is decided by the fans. I think that's all really cool, and so let's just jump into it. Alright, so the first one that we got here is Queen Bee or Viperion, and you guys can see that Chloe only got 22% of the vote, while Luca got 78%, so he won for that round. And then as we continue, it is Kim versus Ladybug, and that was a total curb stomp with only 5% voting for Kim and the 95% voting for Ladybug. So poor Kim, but I thought that was kind of funny. Then moving on, we have Carapace versus Bunex, and Bunex obviously won that one. Sorry, Nino, but she's just objectively better. Anyway, as we move on, we have Adrien against himself, which I think is pretty funny, and so people voted for Cat Noir versus when Adrien was Ladybug, and yeah, that was a higher percentage, and so that was almost like curb stomp potential, almost like Ladybug versus Kim. This is a very like low quality image of poor Mr. Bug is what I'm trying to say. And so I wonder if like stuff like that's intentional. Like obviously Alya has a good picture of Cat Noir. She's taking photos with him versus this one was like taken from afar, like on somebody's like cell phone screen, like as they were captured for the first time. I just think about stuff like that. I don't know. It's probably not all that intentional. Oh boy, probably not all that intentional. I was moving a little too fast there. Then Ryuko versus Pegasus. Ryuko won that one. Again, not a massive curb stomp, but very similar to sort of the Chloe and Viperion situation. And as we move on, we saw Lady Noir versus Rena Rouge. Now this one was actually pretty close. And again, you guys can see it's sort of the high quality picture of Rena Rouge versus sort of a lower quality one of Lady Noir. So I feel like that was intentional and that's a really good touch. Like they put a lot of care, I guess, like into, you know, like into the Instagram stories and sort of the realism. Like of course Alya has a picture of herself versus Lady Noir, who only really appeared once, and this is probably somebody's like grainy like Instagram, you know, video that they gave to the news or something like that, you know. I really like that. And so this was actually one of the closer ones, with it almost being 50-50, but Lady Noir won that one. Now here's something that I thought was funny. So in this, we see that Marinette voted for Kim, and Alya said, "Girl, what?" And then Marinette said, "His powers are cool." And then Alya said, "Weirdo, Adrien and Chloe voted for Ladybug because they have taste." Okay, Chloe doesn't usually, but in this circumstance. And then she posted this on her story and said that she was publicly shaming Marinette. And so you guys can see that Marinette voted for Kim, and Alya is like outraged, which I thought that was another nice touch, and that was funny. So now we are going on to round 2, and you guys can see how the tier bracket works. So now it's like boom, 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 boom. But with this case, like this is a 3-way tier bracket, and again, that's why they had to sort of exclude characters like Mighty Mouse, just because you have these two head-to-head, these two head-to-head, these two head-to-head, and then like sort of a versus 3 situation. And so now we have Viperion versus Ladybug, and Ladybug unfortunately crushed Viperion into the ground. Then you have Bunex versus Lady Noir, and Lady Noir won that one. That was a 30-60, so it was, oh my god, that little eye roll, I didn't notice that. Did she do that? Why is she rolling her eyes? Does she not like Lady Noir? Oh boy, we have some deep lore going on. I think earlier she said like whatever she is or something like that. I don't know, like does she not like her? Guys, I think we have some like hidden lore over here. Like she put that little, why the eye roll emoji, Alya? What do you have against Lady Noir? I don't know. Anyway, we also have Adrien as Cat Noir versus Ryuko, and Adrien's curb stomped her as well. So it was very easy, sort of like these 3. And like Alya's like, yeah, I probably should have seen this coming. And then she said, "I will roast you if you are being clowns." I can't see that because obviously my send message thing is in the way. Like they didn't position that correctly for us to see it, but obviously like Alya is biased and wants Ladybug to win. And so that's what happened with that. And so she said, "There's no correct answer. This is the only way I can do a 3-way poll." And so this is basically how she gathered everyone's sort of like answer, if that makes sense, like everyone's final vote, so to speak. Alright guys, so it's kind of hard to see, but we can see that Adrien voted for Ladybug, while I think that's Marinette up there voted for Cat Noir. And so this poll is tearing friendships apart. You said there was no correct answer. This is for my philosophy class. You have to explain. It's for statistics. But we don't know why Marinette voted that way. I guess maybe it's just like she didn't want to vote for herself, because that would be like, I don't know. I think that she just thinks Cat Noir is cool deep inside. That's my sort of headcanon for that. And so in third place, we have so 27,000 people voted for Lady Noir, which is crazy. And so Alya basically says, to be honest, I know like nothing about her. Her costume is cool though. And so I don't know. I wonder what that whole eye roll emoji was about and all that stuff. Who knows, I guess. We'll find out maybe one day. And then with 32,000 votes, we have Ladybug. We all know she's my favorite superhero. What else to say about her? She's brave, smart, and kicks butt. And so that was second place. And then in first place, of course, if you guys remember who was in the top 3, we have with 42,000 votes. So there was like 100,000 people voting in this. That's crazy. Like that has to make it valid, right? And it was Cat Noir. Cat Noir is cool, funny, and always down to chat with civilians. I always felt like he was underappreciated, and I'm glad to see I'm wrong. Even though he's not my top fave, he's earned the win. And so that is basically it for the tier bracket. I think this is really fun. I think the Miraculous Instagram should definitely do more stuff like this. Really cool stuff. They have such a big voting pool as well. I feel like they should do this, but maybe for villains. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they should put the villains against each other and be like, who's the coolest villain? Who was the baddest villain? I don't know. Like, not including like Hawkmoth and Mayura, but trying to do it between like season 3 villains, for example. That's still a lot, but you know, maybe just like the really cool ones, like the really like impactful episodes. But like, does Alya know anything about that? Like, does she know about like Chop Blanc? Like, she wouldn't about Chop Blanc. So I don't know, but yeah. It's been real. It's been fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.